Hey, y'all gotta keep it real. The way how Lone moving right now is looking well so far, bro. No controversy, no drama, just straight music. I mean, besides him going viral for his outfits or whatever, him wearing leggings, whatever. All right, we're not finna talk about that. But all I'm trying to say is that this roll off of Broken Hearts 3 is not bad so far. Like, I'm actually enjoying it. And I'm not finna act like I'm super invested, but I'm invested. He just gave us a little EP to hold us over. See you soon. That's doing well. I'm seeing good reviews about it. And I definitely feel like it's a jump from Love Lasts Forever. So that's why I somewhat enjoy it. But it's not that crazy to me. So I'm just waiting on the project. It's been a minute since I've seen like fans actually appreciating a new Lone or whatever, you know, because we all know how it went last year. I'm not finna speak on that. He was also performing at Summer Smash. That went well. You seen the crowd going crazy. He played like 2 or 3 new snippets, if I'm not tripping. A few of them did sound good, so I can't complain. He giving us updates too, not just on music, but even a tour recently. Even though we not finna get that 00 tour, we not getting that Opium tour. I seen that he even showed love to Japan recently. Fashion show, whatever it was. Y'all know everybody go to Paris like almost every year for that whole fashion thing. But seeing Lone show love to Japan is crazy. Because right now everybody want to see Japan win. We all been waiting on this moment. For years on top of years, you just been hearing that Japan is going to be the next guy. Feel me? He got the substance in his music. He one of the best underground rappers out right now. When it comes to straight talent, he just one of those guys. The only part I was surprised about was him saying that he liked K3. That kind of threw me off a little bit. Not saying that's a bad cosign at all. No, that's good for K3. No doubt. But I just never thought he would enjoy her music. You know, that's different. And it seemed like throughout this first week of July, man, we've been getting a lot of hints that Lone may just be dropping very, very soon. Because he just had an interview, right? And he made a few comments. 3 of them did stand out to me. He said, I feel like after the boom around the likes of me and Ken and other artists from my generation, it just turned into everybody wanting to be this. Basically saying the scene that we have right now, the new generation is copying them. He then said everybody wants to copy whatever already worked and just do it as quickly as possible. And of course, this ain't my first time hearing this. I didn't heard this 1,000 different times. It's crazy because Pretty Fun just said the same thing recently. He said it's no problem with influence, but some people don't even try to do a little spin-off no more. They just want to copy some shit and do whatever works. And that's what Lone is basically saying. But I think a lot of people are forgetting about influence too. You gotta understand, everybody is somewhat influenced by something. No matter who it is, everybody get a little bit of swag, a little bit of that sound or that sound for somewhere, you know, even if you don't even sound like that person anymore. When you first started, you might have sounded like you were super influenced by somebody. This comment that he made goes for everybody. You can't just speak for the new generation. You gotta also speak for your generation too. Because 2021, if you was around during that time, y'all know they were getting hate too. Because during this time was the prime rage sound, you know? Everybody was hopping on the rage beat, spamming what? I'm not saying that Yeet was doing it. I'm not saying that Lone was doing it. I'm not saying that Ken was doing it. But everybody's sound branched off or something. If you was around for Yeet during that time, you know, up to me, most of the beats on there were inspired from Whole Lotta Red. That's why you had Filthy on there. You had Benny X production on there. And I'm sure Lone was inspired from something outside of Cardi. We gotta stop acting like this whole new generation is just copying Opium flat out. Yes, a lot of people are doing that, but there's some people that you can look at, be like, okay, yeah, he influenced from them, but he got his own shit going on. And with his third comment, he said, social media single-handedly completely murdered art. But the key word is art in here. But we could go over this whole social media murdering art all day if we wanted to, bro. This goes both ways, okay? But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. I seen that Lone was talking about Opium's social media presence. He said, we just don't want to oversaturate. I don't want to be in everybody's face all day. When I have something to show, I want my fans to dive into it. Other than that, I feel like being present online is pointless. And he do got a point with that because, bro, look at Cardi, man. For years, on top of years, people have been begging this man to get back online, be more active, whatever you want to call it. Basically not be mysterious, right? As soon as he stopped being mysterious or whatever, you have people complaining, talking about something, bro, go back mysterious. Get offline. But honestly, that's why I appreciate Cardi so much, because he gave us artists like Ken and Lone, even though they've been around. But he definitely helped with that because he put them on. Because you notice how with Ken and Lone, they don't have to be like super mysterious, if that makes sense. And if they are somewhat mysterious, they definitely not as mysterious as Cardi, for example. They stay in their own lane, but they somewhat still present online. You don't even notice that they've gone that long. I don't think there's ever been a point where I'm like, bro, what the hell is Ken? What is he doing right now? It's like we always knew what he was doing. He was either performing, making new music, on tour, whatever it is. Same with Lone. He always at events. He not scared to admit what's going on with his career or whatever, or what he working on. They might make some tweets and delete them shits real fast, but they still be making it known. But Cardi, he's at a whole different level, whole different realm. When he get away, he gone. You don't never hear anything about him. You probably won't see a picture of him for the next 7 months. That's just how it go with Cardi. But I'm glad we have guys like Lone and Ken that ain't too deep in with the shit. Of course, we know that they Opium, but sometimes I be forgetting that shit, bro. I told y'all, bro, Ken don't even move like he in Opium. And it makes sense why they don't want to oversaturate, because you got niggas out there with Cardi that would get mad for a person being more active. But with Cardi, it's much different because he would be present online, knowing that we want more music, but don't talk about music, or he would tease some shit and it would just never happen. That's annoying. Nobody wants to deal with that. That's why people are saying, like, get the fuck offline, bro. Get off. If you gonna do bullshit, if you're gonna do all this little mysterious act, knowing what we want but not giving it to us, or just playing around, just get offline, gang. You know, it goes both ways. But I get what Lone is saying, though, for sure. Everybody got different ways they move. But yeah, we don't know how soon that Lone is gonna drop Broken Hearts 3. I'm guessing the next 2 months he gotta be dropping some. But he just made it clear that he turned in the album. So that means Interscope themselves has the album now. Because if he actually did turn the album in, that means in the next 2 months we definitely should be getting some. And we all know that the shit is official because the album turned in. But it's all about what Lone wanna do. Is he gonna make this official by giving us an actual rollout? Because it kind of just started today. Yeah, we getting pictures, snippets and stuff like that, but that's not the real rollout. The promo finna start coming in now. And I kind of want to see what Lone gonna do because we know he's known for the mixtape. The good thing about Lone is that whatever route he take, people are still gonna respect it. He just gotta drop some where he really satisfy the fans, because for a long time I feel like it's been like a disconnection between the fan bases. You do have the people that appreciate the new sound that he got, but then you got people that feel like he getting away from his old sound or his original sound. And I'm not gonna act like I'm not in the middle of that, because when I do hear some snippets, I may like the new stuff, but there's also some things that I don't like. But I just seen that Lone was talking to Hakeem, and it kind of gave me a lot of anticipation for the album because he made it clear, yo, there's gonna be a balance. I'm gonna have some of that old shit, that old vibe on there. I'm trying to show y'all that I can go back to the old sound, but I also evolve. So it's gonna be a balance between there. And I really do like that. That really just got my hopes high. And the way how things looking right now for him, it seems to be well. I'm not seeing any complaints or whatever. Not too much. We definitely already got the snippets. We good on that. We don't need no more snippets. Just drop whenever you ready. And I know it sounds crazy to give a person 2 months max after they just turned in an album, but for Lone, we don't know when he's gonna roll this shit out. We don't even know if it's a mixtape or not. You know, before we know, it's gonna be September. And at that point, that would be a decent time to drop the album. I don't see a problem with that. I mean, I appreciate if he dropped it right now. In July, okay, that's cool too, but like, you know how them opium dudes is, bro. We never know. Anyways, y'all let me know how y'all feel about Broken Hearts 3. And also, how do y'all feel about what Lone was saying about the whole social media presence and the generation of music that we got right now? What do y'all think? Is he cooking or is he wrong? But yeah, I'm done chatting. Make sure y'all follow my IG, also my Twitch right now. But I love y'all so much. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.